So you're thinking about wholesaling real estate, but you're not sure if it's for you. Maybe you've heard that it's hard. Well, I'm here to tell you that wholesaling real estate is very easy as long as you stick to a few simple steps. Welcome to Steps to Success. Now, the first thing you want to do when you're wholesaling real estate in order to make it simple is stick to a consistent marketing schedule. Whether that's cold calling, direct mail, whatever it is, stick to a consistent schedule. The next thing you want to do is market to motivated sellers. You want to market to people who need to sell the property versus people who want to sell the property. Another thing that you want to do is work with people you trust. This is very important because if you just work with people you don't trust, you're going to find yourself second guessing your decisions, which is actually going to work against your own power, your own, action steps that you're putting out there, whether it be the buyer, the seller, whoever it is. Work with people you trust. The next thing it leads me to, you have to be decisive. Once you make a decision with, whatever it is, be decisive about that decision. Don't second guess it. And something that's going to help you, not second guess your decisions is our last step, which is have an abundance mindset. As long as you have an abundance mindset, you'll be able to trust yourself more because you'll realize that one deal is not only one deal. There's a bunch of abundance of deals flowing to you all the time, right? Now, let's take it back to the top. Calling to, schedule marketing consistently, right? So with the marketing consistently one, it's very important no matter, what you're doing. So for me, I do a lot of cold calling. I believe cold calling is the best way to start off when you're marketing. And, if you want to grow to other things, that's great. But cold calling, you really can scale your business just with cold calling as well. Because you can have, if you're a single person cold calling with your own business, you can have, multiple line dialers, have up to 3 lines dialing for you if you're using Mojo, or about 10 lines if you're using call tools. Personally, I like Mojo better. But, if you're confused on which one to use, or if you need to know which one to use, you can click that link in the description, Mojo versus call tools. But one video that you maybe really want to watch is wants versus needs, guys, because when you're marketing to motivated sellers, you're marketing to people who need to sell the property. I did a whole entire video on it. You can click that link in the bio. But the main thing when you're marketing to people who need to sell the property, they are going to, be patient throughout the process as far as, answering your questions, and they'll answer them without worrying about the price first. Somebody who just wants to sell the property, they're going to, figure out the price. They want to know the price right away. So what I'm telling you is you need to market to people who are motivated, who need to sell the property, because this is going to, make you use your time more effectively because you're talking to people who need to sell. So what you can do, and what I help you guys do in the video that you can click in the description, is recognize someone who wants to sell versus someone who needs to sell. A major difference. You can recognize this within the first 10 seconds of the phone call. So, definitely click that link in the bio or in the description. Now, this one is very important as well. Working with people you trust. Guys, like I said, you'll second guess your decisions. You'll start thinking like, should I have sent this buyer the property because now they might go behind my back? And when you start thinking like that, guys, unfortunately, you're, setting the foundation for these things to happen for you. So it's not that you cannot think that, because it may be a possibility. What I'm saying is don't give it any power. As soon as you find yourself thinking that, whoever you're working with. So I tend to find more, non-trusty type of feelings that, I'm telling you these things because I've battled these things, right? And I'm still in the business. So that being said, I tend to find that more when you're working with the buyer side versus the seller side. However, for my own sanity and also to help me grow within my business, I've gotten rid of that, that just thinking of, what someone may be doing wrong. I work with people I trust, and that is something that is very important. If you work with somebody you trust and with people that you trust, from buyers to, and not sellers because you have them under contract. And when you have buyers, I'm saying buyers that are going to close on the property. Obviously, you have earnest money, but you want your buyers to close on a property. So with buyers that you trust, and also whoever's taking your picture, whether it's your, acquisition team member, a realtor, whoever's taking pictures of the property for you, you want to trust that person because then you may be thinking that they're going to send the pictures to another investor. So whatever it is, you want to make sure that you trust whoever you're working with, or if it's another wholesaler, whoever it is, trust them. Private money lender, whoever it is, this will give you peace of mind and also help you, have an abundance mindset if you're working with people you trust. It'll help you have an abundance mindset because you won't clog up all this mental energy thinking about how somebody could be doing you wrong, okay? Now, and if you don't work with people you trust, guys, cut them off. Like, if you don't trust them, just cut them off. You'll find somebody else within the business that, can fill that role. I promise you. Everybody out here is trying to find a way. It's too many people out here. You gotta have that abundance mindset. Too many people out here to not work with people that you trust. All right, it's very important. That's why I went long on it. All right, so be decisive though. So once you make a decision of who you work with, right? Now this is a two-edged sword because once you make a decision of who you work with, it's kind of like, do you trust yourself, right? Because once you make the decision and you're starting to question it, the problem may not be with that person, it could be with you. So this is why you have to be decisive. Once you make a decision, trust it. And this is with every avenue in wholesaling real estate. When you are decisive, guys, when I'm speaking about being decisive, you have to be decisive with the comps that you're making, right? If you see comps and if you have to find the ARV for a property, the amount that it's worth after you fix it up, you want to be decisive or you'll spend about 3 hours looking at the same 10 properties, figuring out the comps. Guys, it takes about 15 to 20 minutes to really figure out comps, a lot less really, but 20 minutes max to figure out the ARV of a property. So what I'm saying is what helps you figure it out so fast and be so effective is the decisiveness, right? So whether it be, should you buy the property or should you not buy the property? Is this a correct comp or is this not a correct comp? Should I have this person go look at the property or should I have this person go look at the property? Should I say this or should I say that? All I'm saying is you want to just be decisive. That way you're not sitting back at nighttime like, man, I could have did this different. I could have did this and it went better. You don't want those feelings of regret, those feelings of thinking how it could have went better. You want to be decisive. Once you make a decision, move on. Don't even think about the decision anymore. Make another one, okay? Now, this leads us to the last one, and it is last, but definitely not least. Have an abundance mindset. You've heard me say it a couple of times already throughout the video. Guys, you need to have an abundance mindset. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button for your boy too. I really appreciate that. But guys, have an abundance mindset. The reason why this is so important, guys, if you don't have an abundance mindset, it can be very easy. It's like with wholesaling real estate being easy, it's also very easy to fall out of love or fall out of excitement, enthusiasm with wholesaling real estate if you do not have an abundance mindset. Because this is what that looks like. You have a deal, right? You come very close to either getting that person under contract or you come very close to getting the property sold. Either way, the fact that you've come that close to something that you wanted and then you don't get it can be very demoralizing if you feel like that is the only deal or the only opportunity that you have. If you have an abundance mindset, it'll be like, okay, and then you'll keep that same momentum, right? Because it's not about one deal. You got to figure out that deeper meaning on what it's all about, right? That'll tie everything that I just said, those 5 things, it'll tie it all together if you have a deeper meaning on what it's all about, because then you'll know that this deal, this person you're talking to, this maybe shady person you're encountering or interacting with right now, this decision that you're second guessing, all of these things are not permanent, right? The permanent thing is whatever your end destination, whatever your main goal is, that's where you'll get, as long as you're willing to keep going forward no matter what. In other words, as long as you're willing to have your heart in each step and get to stepping. Thanks for watching.